Hello everybody, welcome back to some more GeoGuessr. This time around, Red Dead Redemption 2 once again, but NMPZ. So let's get right into it. So here we go right into round one. So we can't move around, we can't, spin around, we can't zoom, nothing at all. And we basically need to find where we are on the map. Now this is really tricky. As you can see, we're somewhere in a forest, somewhere. There's some sort of mountain or cliff to the right of us. And honestly, no clue where this is. I do see a small stream to the left of us. So we are probably somewhere up north, I'm guessing. But where north? Not really too sure. It does look like a really small stream, though. Not like one of these bigger rivers over here that we see. I'm not really sure if those small streams show up. We can't be up here because this is all frozen. So we are somewhere more to the eastern side of the map. And I'd say we are pretty northern, I think. Or could this be somewhere near Strawberry? I'm not really sure where I'm going to go. We're facing southwest. I'm not really sure if I want to gamble and say that we are somewhere over here. No, we can't be because we're on the path facing south. And to the left of us, which is the east, is the stream. So that doesn't really make sense over here, I think. Okay, so after looking at the map for quite some time, I still have no clue where I am, but I'm just going to guess that we're on the lower Montana River, just past the Aurora Basin, maybe. I looked at, like, loads of other places, and it just doesn't seem that there's a river. From what I see, this is a small stream, so I'm just going to guess here. It's going to probably be a bad guess, but this is NMPZ, so it is harder. So let's make the guess. And, okay, we were over here, past, just above Cattail Pond. So, okay, it would make sense looking at the map. Really hard guess, 7.69 kilometers away. Let's move on to round two. Okay, round two over here. Now, this looks slightly better, I think, because I think I immediately know the kind of location that we are on the map. I think we are somewhere east, west of Rhodes over here. I'm pretty sure this is one of our campsites, right? Just outside Rhodes. And I think we are over here because we are in that kind of like bushy, not bushy, but like kind of foresty area, which is around here. And just to the left of us, we do see a large river and some islands. So I do think we are somewhere over here. Now we are facing west. I'm just gonna say we're somewhere like over here. We don't see the dock. We're somewhere over here, let's just say. I'm just gonna make a guess, make up for last round. Hopefully we are fairly close. And there you go. Wow, look at that, 77 meters away. Definitely made up for last round. Okay, round three. This should be fairly simple, but I really can't see from this far away what that kind of cabin is over there. I really have no clue where this could be. It does feel kind of like around a Valentine area, but I'm not really sure where it would be, to be perfectly honest. I would actually like to see what this place is, because yeah, I can't remember seeing this cabin anywhere. I'm just gonna have to click somewhere near Valentine. I mean, I know it's not over here somewhere, but I'm just gonna click just south of the Cumberland Forest. And hopefully it's somewhere nearby. I guess we're going to see where it is exactly. And, oh, okay, it was actually, well, we actually can't see. Oh, no, that's where we clicked, and this is where it was. So, okay, here's the kind of path that we saw. So we weren't that far away. I mean, I was looking near Emerald Ranch at some point for a while, but yeah, maybe we could have gone around that. Okay, round four. And we're not doing too well, to be perfectly honest. Where could we be? No clue. I think, actually, should we just go here? Maybe? Honestly, I have no clue where this is. So I think let's just move on and see if we can make better guesses afterwards. But, whoa, this was even more east. Near that kind of weird village with all of the weird people because of the poisoned lake over here. Even closer to Van Horn trading posts. Okay, on to the final round of the 5-minute rounds of the NMPZ rounds, I guess. Well, now we know where we are. We are somewhere in New Austin. We do see we're kind of facing northeast, and we see two kind of fires to basically right ahead of us. Not really sure if that would be from a town. Not really sure if there's any things that are on fire in New Austin, to be perfectly honest. To the north of us are just like big hills. That's probably like the map border, I'd say, or at least close to it. Could there be train tracks to kind of east of us? Maybe, maybe not. I'm not really too sure. Again, if we could look around, it would be really helpful. I think I'm just going to guess where I am, north of Armadillo, maybe. I think that's just the best shot we've got. Let's just guess. It's going to be nowhere near. And whoa, okay, it was definitely nowhere near Armadillo. So I was right. We were in a valley. And actually, wait. So we were facing northeast. So it was actually train tracks ahead of us that we just did not see. So actually, this guess up here would have been closer. But looking at it, you know, we had a very, very bad round over here. It was just this kind of roads round that we just had a really good guess. Apart from that, everything was absolutely tragic. Let's move on to the 2-minute rounds and let's see if we do any better. Okay, 2 minutes. Now I need to remember that it's only 2 minutes and I can't talk as much as in the 5-minute rounds because it always gets me every single time. Now we're on a flat kind of area over here and we do see some snowy mountains, I guess, to the north of us. Now it does look like somewhere we are in the epilogue, maybe, with John. But where is that kind of place that we're at during that time? I'm not really sure. I think it's around here, maybe. There's a place that looks similar to this when we go riding with Jack on the horse, I think, to kind of teach him and stuff. And I think we're just going to go around here somewhere because, I mean, I'm not really getting any other kind of clues as to where it could be. Yeah, I think I'm just going to guess here and hope that we are fairly close. And we are, okay, so I might have been right about where the location is, so very nice. Okay, so on to round 2. We are facing northwest, and in the kind of far distance, we see some more snowy mountains and some more just rocky mountains just kind of to the north of us more. So I'd say we are somewhere in the Valentine area, maybe. And it does kind of look like, I don't know, it's that kind of like area of Valentine where it's just kind of just open. I guess between Valentine and kind of roads, there's these, this all just kind of feels a bit open, right? I'm not really too sure. I mean, the Heartland oil fields are here. Does it seem like we are somewhere over there? I'm not really too sure. We've got under a minute left. I think I'm just going to go for it somewhere. I'm not really sure. Maybe over here somewhere, south of the Heartland oil fields. Again, not really any clue. It's just the kind of vibes, I guess, it's given off. And we were just kind of southeast of Emerald Ranch this time around. Okay, so round 3. And I think this could be Ansburg, I think, because it looks run down. We do see this huge river. This isn't Van Horn Trading Post because, well, actually, I don't think it is because it looks kind of like a more kind of like a mine town. So we are probably somewhere in Ansburg. We are facing south, and we see kind of, I think, the more southern part of the map. So we are somewhere here, maybe. So I'm just gonna guess over here, and I think we are going to be fairly close. There you go, on the same road, only 280 meters away. Really nice guess. Let's move on, and hopefully, you know, the next 2 rounds are fairly easy to guess as well. Okay, round 4. We are facing kind of northwest west. That kind of like a, what is that, kind of like a water tower, I think. That is outside of several towns, I think. Actually, maybe not. I think we actually are outside of roads because I don't think of any other town where I kind of see that anywhere. This is where we go from roads to like our little thing over here. And I think there's that kind of like an area as well over there. Actually, could it be? Oh, yeah, I think those are the tracks over there. So I think we could be over here somewhere. I'm just going to guess because I think we are in this sort of area. And I think that kind of tower, water tower, whatever tower that is over there. So we were fairly close. It was actually a bit more northern. And I think that's actually what we see over here, which I mean, I guess if we would have looked a little bit more carefully, we might have seen it, but I knew that it was somewhere in the area of roads. So on to the final round of the 2-minute rounds. Again, if we could look around, this would actually be fairly simple, I think. As to where we are currently, no idea. I don't think we are that far north, to be honest. We're definitely nowhere near Ansburg. I don't think we're near the Grizzlies, but we could be, maybe. Could we be near the Wapiti Reservation? It looks so flat out there. If we could move around, that would be amazing. I'm just going to say that we are maybe somewhere there, like north of the Heartlands. I mean, we don't see anything like any rail tracks or anything down there, but I can't really think of like another place that this could be. So I'm just going to guess where we are. It's definitely not this location, but I mean, I just can't even think. And we were close. Okay, there you go. We were where I thought we were, so just east of Valentine, the kind of in between Valentine and the Heartland oil fields. And that was actually a way better round. As I said, in these kind of NMPZ rounds, it doesn't matter like where, how much time you've got. It just matters where you spawn, and if you just kind of know the area straight away. So let's move on to the final round of the 1-minute rounds. Okay, so 1 minute to guess where we are. Firstly, I don't really know where we are. Again, I think this kind of feels like this kind of an area, but I'm not really too sure. Actually, this could be near Blackwater, maybe. It does just feel like somewhere around here. I'm not really sure why. So I'm just going to click here. We've run out of time. Again, it should have, counted. We were in the correct location. I'm not really sure why it sometimes just breaks and doesn't count. I clicked no location, but we clicked up here somewhere, or up here, and we were just kind of north of Thieves Landing, so we were close. Moving on to round 2. Okay, on to round 2, and talking about John's Ranch. This is John's Ranch, right? I think so. Again, not really sure where it is. I think it's somewhere over here, right, in between kind of like a valley area. So I'm just going to guess here. Hope that is John's Ranch, and hopefully score some good points over here. And I was thinking that it didn't look like John's Ranch completely, and I was kind of thinking about McFarlane's Ranch over here. Round 3, where we are somewhere, I'd say near Strawberry maybe. We do see a big valley over here, so that is probably some sort of river over there. Could be this river over here, the Dakota River. So I'm just gonna quickly guess over here somewhere, make a guess before the time runs out, and hope that we are fairly close. I do think it's the Dakota, but it wasn't. It was actually, we're actually all kind of in a fairly small area this time around, kind of close to John's ranch again. Okay, talking about better luck, I just have absolutely no clue where we are once again. I mean, this could be absolutely anywhere. Like any small kind of foresty area. Like I don't see anything that kind of stands out straight away. Now, could it be the Cumberland Forest? I mean, I don't really think it kind of looks like this. Could it be the Grizzlies? Again, I don't think it's mountainous enough for the Grizzlies. I think I'm just going to say the Cumberland Forest. It could be around Strawberry as well. Or it could be, the Ansburg as well. It kind of looks like that kind of an area as well. I'm just going to lock in the Cumberland Forest, and it was actually near Emerald Ranch. Near that, I'm pretty sure we had 2 locations close to this in this episode alone. Far away again. Last round. Let's see if there's, any luck left. Okay, I know where we are. We played, well, actually, I don't know where we are, but I know what kind of a location we're on. This was I think our first round in the 5-minute rounds in the last episode. Now, where was I think, was it near Wallace Station? I really can't remember. I know if I have enough time, I can literally, I know what the road looks like around it. We've got 30 seconds left. Actually, was it near Valentine? I really can't remember. This is actually going to be so frustrating because I know where, if I had enough time, I could literally guess where this is. Because I remember what the river looks like. Actually, it was near Valentine. It was near Strawberry, wasn't it? Or Blackwater, was it? Oh, I'm gonna run out of time, and I know where it is. It's gonna be so frustrating. Can't remember. I'm just gonna click here. I know it's not here. It was near Valentine. Yeah, it was. It was. Yeah, it was even further. Okay, so we were at a different point. No, we weren't. Okay, because here in the middle of the screen, that's where we were currently. But in the last round, we were somewhere at this kind of like a fork, and the bridge that we saw was this bridge above the track. Really, really bad guesses. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe. We'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.